Hola, hola. It's your girl, Erica from America. Welcome to the Confidence Chronicles podcast. This podcast is all about helping you stand in who you are. Stop giving a fuck what people think about you. Start standing as your fully expressed self. As you are, queen, as is, there is no filter needed. You are fucking awesome. And I am here to remind you, I'm a confidence coach, a business mentor, a speaker, an author, and I am obsessed with women standing up, showing up, and creating their confidence. And I cannot wait to dig into today's episode with you. Hello, my darling. Welcome to the podcast. Oh my God, my son is 5 years old. So this week, my little dude turned 5. He's my baby, but he's not a baby anymore. And it's crazy because I started my business when Nava, my little 5-year-old, was like 3 months old. I started my business, my confidence coaching business. So this business is almost 5 years old, yo. What? Oh my God. A little bit emotional this week, was very emotional for me. Every time it comes around his birthday, I just think about, I birthed him and I birthed myself by birthing this business and allowing myself to back myself and just be like, yo, I'm doing this. Like, let's make it happen. I'm done putting myself on hold. I'm done saying one day I will do my business. One day I will quit the job that I freaking hate. One day. That's what this episode is about, by the way. Have you ever said, one day I'll do that? One day. So we're going to get into it. And I want to talk to you about this topic because you may have already heard, but the Sisterhood, which is my year-long coaching program for women who want to change their damn lives and do the work. I'm a life coach. This is the work that we do. So the Sisterhood is my program. I love it. It's incredible, an amazing community, and it is open. But we're about to close the doors to this program. And did you know that it's like 3 months, almost 3 months until 2022 is over, girlfriend? Like, what? Like, yo, where did this year go, first of all? It is wild. So we're going to have a massive Sisterhood live immersion day on the 9th of October. It's closing. Like, the Sisterhood is closing its doors, and we are going to close the doors with a live event. Now, whether you live in Australia or you are in America or you are in Canada, it doesn't matter. You can come on into this live event because we live stream everything and it is the best. We get to hang out in real life. You get to watch the event. We get to do the work. We get to coach live. If you like this podcast, the Sisterhood is like the deepest dive of this podcast, and you are doing the work live in your workbook, and it is amazing, surrounded by some beautiful ass women. So anyway, that is happening. If you are a little bit interested, head to thequeenofconfidence.com. Hit me on Instagram. I am there in the DMs. You can ask me all the questions or click the link in the show notes of this episode and you can book a call with me or with somebody on my team to find out if this program is the right fit for you. It is the jam. Okay, let's get into today's episode, shall we? Stop saying one day. That's my invitation. One day. One day I'm going to do this. One day I'm going to do that. Do you say one day? Like, I used to always say, one day I'm going to get my body right. One day I'm going to get my health right. One day I'm going to go overseas. One day I'm going to quit this job, make this money. And let me tell you, if you don't make choices, if you do not make an active choice, if you don't choose the date, if you don't put a timeline, if you don't make your goals, what's that SMART goals, specific, measurable. If you don't do that shit is corny, but it's true. That shit works. Okay. SMART goals work because it's specific, because there is a timeline, because you are actually preparing yourself to do the thing you said you would do. If you ask me, nothing in the world will give you more confidence than for you to actually do the shit you say you're going to do, for you to become the person that you say you want to become, for you to get the results of the things that you say and think, and you go get that. Yo, that's another level. There's dreamers. A lot of people are dreamers, but not a lot of people accomplish and achieve. There are dreamers and there are achievers. You know what I'm saying? I am over here trying to be an achiever. I'm over here trying to get the shit that I say and speak about, the stuff that I'm trying to manifest so hard. I am making sure that I do things in alignment to make sure that those things happen. Yes, I believe in the universe, God, Buddha, Allah, all of it. I believe in energy. I believe that we can close your eyes and believe you want it, but you also got to wake up and get your ass into gear. You got to be actively doing things that are going to assure that you get that result. And there are things that people do that get them these results. Tony Robbins talks about it. Success leaves clues, right? He's like, looks up to Jim Rohn because Jim Rohn was his mentor. I have my mentors. Hopefully you have your mentors. Maybe this podcast has been a mentor or supported you in some way. And when we are looking to create results that we desire, who else has had those results? Who else can hold your hand or guide you? This is the kind of work, like when we talk about working on yourself, when we talk about achieving what you desire and going for what you want, you can have it. Everything you want, you can have it. They lied to you by telling you can't. That's bullshit. You can have all the money, all the success, all the travel, all the financial freedom, all the choices, right? Time with your kids, a loving fucking partner, a body that is healthy, that is going to live for a very long time, a sustainable business, a job you fucking love, great friends, great female friends. If you got a sister wound, sisterhood is for you. Nothing will heal that sister wound like getting around a bunch of women doing the work. You can have all of it. It is up to you. It is when you choose to make a decision and go, I'm done. That's it. Tony says, you don't take 10 years to make a decision. You don't take 10 years to stop smoking. You choose right then and there. I'm done. I'm done smoking. I'm done with this relationship. I'm fucking out. I'm quitting. That's it right now. You choose now. You don't choose in 5 years, in 6 months. The inner work, you healing your shit doesn't need to take 25 years of therapy. It doesn't need to take that long. It's a fucking decision in the moment. And you're like, I'm done. This is it today. I'm telling you right now today that I am doing this. And your word is your fucking bond. And you're like, this is what I'm doing. And you get into movement to create the things you need to create in order to have the things you need to have so you could fucking make it happen. That's a second. That's a moment of you going, I'm done. So I want you to catch yourself with how many things, go down a list, get a piece of paper and a pen. I want you to catch yourself. How many things have you said one day to? One day I'll do that. Start the gym. Start eating well. Start meal prepping. Start reading physical books. Start journaling, right? Have that difficult conversation with your grandmother. Have that difficult conversation with your parents. Tell your husband you want to move to another part of the world or another city. Sell your house. Quit your fucking job that you hate. That shit is painful. How many people work in a job they don't like? Don't feel on purpose. Stay together just for the kids. Aren't having sex. There's sexless marriages happening right now. I'm like, my husband and I would not be married. I need to have sex with my husband. Like, we need to be sexual and intimate. What are we putting up with that we keep selling ourselves this pipe dream that one day it's magically going to fucking change because we said it will with no action? You do the same shit, you get the same result, but you expect a different result. What? Like, we as the leaders in our lives need to be self-led, need to know where we want to put our energy, where we need to stop putting our energy, what we need to start doing that we're not doing, what we need to improve, what we need to end, like what is finished, complete. That's done. That friendship is done. This relationship needs to get started. My relationship with myself has been abandoned. I am prepared now to put the time, energy. It's not only money, my friend. It's not only paying a coach or joining the sisterhood or coming to a retreat or paying a therapist. It is also energy, physical, mental, emotional, spiritual energy. It is also your time. And one of the things that my clients said to me the most, like the ones that were joining the sisterhood program, they're like, I just never thought I had enough time to put me first. I just thought I never had enough time to do the work on myself. I just thought I needed all this time. And I want to ask you if that's ever been your reason why you haven't put you first, or your reason why you keep saying one day I'll do that, but you still haven't. What are you currently using your time on? In other words, what is currently taking up your time right now? Do you know? Do you know what you're wasting or using your time on? How many hours are you on TikTok? How many hours are you on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube? How many hours do you watch TV? How many hours is your TV on in your house? How many hours are you at a job you hate? How many hours do you spend with friends, air quotes, that you don't even get along with? How many hours are you giving to your family and your boundaries are not set? So you are giving and giving and giving and giving and giving, and you have given nothing to yourself. How many hours do you give yourself? How many hours do you spend for you, to do work on you, to get massages, to do your nails, to go for nature walks, to exercise, to get your self-care, to read a book, to educate yourself, to study? How many hours? If you're going to say you don't have the time, where is your time going? You do have time. What does that quote say? We all got the same 24 hours as Beyonce. We do. I know you don't like to hear it, but it's true. That's why people don't like to hear it. They roll their eyes. Oh, whatever. Because it's true. I'm sorry, Beyonce doesn't have more hours than we do. She has more resources because of the choices that she made. She made choices. That's the reality. We could talk shit about these celebrities that got money and they have nannies. You don't understand. J-Lo's got a celebrity trainer. Yeah, she does. But she made choices. She made certain sacrifices in her life that other people weren't willing to make at the time. And she makes a choice every fucking day to get up at 4 or 5 a.m., do sit-ups and shit. She sweats the beads of sweat off her head. Nobody sweats it for her. She can't outsource the sweat. You know what I'm saying? We still got to do it. Like, we got to do it ourselves. So if we are talking about choices here, and it's only a matter of you making the decision, that's the first C in the practice of confidence. If you haven't listened to the Practice of Confidence podcast, it's my first podcast. It's the 5 C's. It's a little model that we use on how to create confidence on the daily. No matter where you are in your journey of confidence, this 5 C's will help you become more confident. My first C, you know what it is? It's choice. And it's choice because that is the thing each of us has. You have a choice. There are decisions that we make day to day, and there are decisions that you're not making. And so other choices are getting made for you. You think you're not actively choosing, but boo, you are. When you stay in that fucking relationship that you are unhappy with, you are making a choice. Subconsciously, that choice is going, I'm going to stay. I'm going to put up with this shit. Why? Because you believe that's what you deserve. And I'm not speaking in judgment, yo. That was my reality. I stayed in relationships with men who treated me like shit. I attracted those men on purpose just to prove to myself that I was worthless piece of shit. I needed validation. I wanted someone to love me. I couldn't be alone. What am I going to do if I'm by myself? I couldn't even be with my own self. Go to a cafe by myself. I needed to be clingy with somebody. And even if the person wasn't that good, I would still be with them. At least I wasn't alone. And you know what? It would have been better for me to be alone. Get to know myself, know who I am, know what I like, know what I don't, know what's good for me. Work on my damn self. Invest in my mind. Get a mentor, a coach, or a community so that I could actually let go of the fear and of the shit that I tell myself, so I could watch how my mind talks about myself, the thoughts I think about myself, how I was identifying myself with my negative thoughts. I thought I was my thought. I thought that was true. Half the shit I was thinking was bullshit. There was no evidence for that. But I was looking for evidence to prove myself right, that I was a piece of shit, that I was unworthy, that I was unlovable, that I wasn't good enough, that I was all the things that you have probably thought as well. Me too. The difference is I was like, I'm done. I was in enough pain. I was in pain, yo. I was like, I'm done with this bullshit. I am sick of my own bullshit. You ever been sick of your own bullshit? It's a great mover. It puts fire in your ass cheeks. It makes you go. It makes you action. It kind of sometimes makes you angry. Talk about anger. Anger is a great emotion to get you moving. Get up off your ass and be like, yo, I'm out. Fuck you. I'm out. Quit my job. You know, that anger emotion. So sometimes we need to get sick of our own shit. We need to realize that time is finite. That means you don't have a lot of time. It's not infinite. Your time will end in this world. There will come a day where your time is done here. Whether you want to avoid that shit or not, we all going down. Nobody's avoiding death. It will come knocking on our door. The thing is, we don't know when. So what the fuck are we waiting for? I'm sorry. We're not living our lives. We're not up-leveling ourselves. We're not challenging and growing and evolving and expanding. We're not upgrading. Oh, my fucking iPhone upgrades. Yo, some of us, our iPhone is upgrading more than we are. I'm like, yo, you still on version 1.0 OIS, whatever the fuck it's called. You need to upgrade, baby. And many times we need support to upgrade. So my question to you is, when are you going to stop saying one day on all the things that you want to do? What day is that going to be the day? What day is it going to be when you go, today I'm going to choose me. Today I'm going to work on my shit. Today I'm going to find a new job. Today I'm going to end this fucked up relationship. Today I'm going to start putting myself out there and find the love of my life. Today I'm going to have that difficult conversation. Today I'm going to set those boundaries. Today I'm going to choose me first. Today, not one day. How about today? What's wrong with today? Today seems like a great day for you to do some shit, to get off your ass and be like, you know what? I've been putting this to the side. No more. I'm choosing me. And that, my friend, is the best decision that you will ever make in your life, choosing yourself. Because when you choose yourself, you go, what do I want? What do I need? What's good for me? What makes me happy? What's pissing me off? What's upsetting me? What is good for me? What do I need? If you've been listening to this podcast, that's a question I ask almost on every episode. What do I need right now? What do I really need right now? What am I tired of? What am I sick of? What needs to change? And when you know yourself, when you know what's good for you, when you know what you need, you make the decisions you need to make. The choices get made. We don't procrastinate. We don't second guess. We don't put ourselves last. And then what happens when you're making choices for yourself? What happens when you're like, yo, this is what I need. This is what I need to do. Here's where I'm going. I'm going to quit that job. I'm going to do this here. I'm going to get that person. I'm going to book a therapy session. I'm going to work with Erica, whatever. I'm going to do this. When you do that, you start moving in momentum and action for the positive. Good shit starts to happen in your life because you're focused on what you want and what you need to do. And that creates this beautiful momentum to get you the results that you need in your life. And not only that, but then when you start acting like that, when that's who you're being, what are the results that you're getting? People are like, wow, she's confident. Oh, she got her job. Oh, you're killing it. Oh, you're this. Nobody's just killing it, by the way. We are making active choices and sacrifices. There are things that I don't do because I know where I'm going. And I can't do that right now because later on, it's going to affect me. So there are certain sacrifices that we need to make on the journey of becoming. There are certain things that we do in order to have the things that we want to have. And you think chasing happiness, chasing whatever we're chasing to be validated, Gucci bags, money, success, nice cars, a flat stomach, none of that shit makes you happy. None of it makes you happy. Happiness comes from how you think, how you feel, how you live, your day to day, the simple small shit that nobody sees, like waking up in a home you love, going to do work that makes you happy, not fucking hating your job, being surrounded by people who love you and care about you and want to see you win, having beautiful friends and women around you that got your back, having a partner who loves you and accepts you and guides you and is with you on the path of life, who's kind to you, having quality time with your kids. If you have kids, they don't give a fuck about the shit we buy them. They want to be with you. Being able to go on holidays, being able to go on vacation, being able to have freedom and choice, feeling joyful, feeling happy, feeling gratitude, like alignment. These are the things that you get. You get joy when you start to choose yourself, when you start to do the work on yourself. You don't have this negative inner critic in your head tearing you down every day. You don't have this fear or anxiety of what other people are thinking about you. You're so free. It's so liberating being on the other side. But we have to choose it now, not one day, not when you go to a funeral and you're like, fuck, life is precious. Not when you get cancer, not when someone in your family passes away, not when some crazy near-death experience happens to you. Not when you're like, oh, that's my wake-up call. What if this podcast right now is your wake-up call? What if me telling you that you need to make an active choice now, today, not one day, to work on you, to put you first, because you fucking deserve it. That's why. That's the only reason. Because you deserve to be happy, because you deserve to live the life you want, because everything you dream about in your mind and all the visions that you have are actually real and you can have them. And it's your choice as to when you can have them. It's your choice as to when your life gets happier and gets better and you feel better and you're surrounded by good people and you have what you want. It's your choice. What if I said that to you? And remember that I tell you this as a woman of color who grew up in a marginalized community with a fucked up past, with no goddamn business to be making money and living a perfect ass amazing life in Australia right now. I have no business. So I'm not telling you like, just make a choice. Life is so easy. You can have whatever you want. No, homegirl, you're gonna struggle. It's gonna be hard. You're gonna cry. This shit will make you have blood, sweat, and tears. It's not easy. I didn't say it was easy, but you can have it if you are willing to make it a priority. If you're willing to make yourself a priority and stop fucking around with saying one day I'm gonna do this. What day? When? What are you gonna do? By when? Make a decision. Make it happen. Your life is worth it. And if you have kids, get closer to the microphone. You're about to get an uppercut. Yo, if you have kids, you need to, because I promise you, my friend, they are not listening to what you say. They are watching who you are. They are watching what you do. That is who they're going to become. They're going to see who you're being. They're going to model your behavior. So if you want to show them that they are unlimited and they can have what they want and that their past doesn't get to equal their future and that no one can tell them who they're going to be, you better be proving that. You better be showing that to them. And you go first. You do it for you. That's the best way to teach your kids about confidence. That's the best way to teach your kids about loving their lives. That's the best way to teach your kids about anything. You do it for you. Let's stop putting ourselves last, shall we? Choose you. Choose yourself. And that starts by saying, I need support. That starts by going, I keep saying I'm going to lose weight. I keep saying I'm going to exercise. And for the past 5, 10, 15, 20 years, my whole life, I haven't done shit about it. Well, maybe you need to hire somebody. Maybe you need some help. Maybe you keep saying, I'm still not feeling good enough. I still don't love myself. I still feel unworthy. I still put myself last. I still don't have boundaries. I still give a fuck what people think. Boo, maybe you guys need to join the sisterhood or get a therapist or get a coach. Maybe you need some help. And that's okay. You ask me, every single one of us needs help. We cannot do life by ourselves. So this is an invitation for you to choose yourself, for you to make a date, for you to say when, what day, when are you doing this by, and what are you actually doing? What do you want to create? What kind of life do you want to lead? What results do you want that you don't have right now? And what are you willing to do in order to achieve that? Okay, if you feel gutsy, I would love to hear from you. Hit me on Instagram at The Queen of Confidence. Hit me up. Let me know what this podcast did for you. Is it speaking to you? Are you ready to do something about all those goals and visions and dreams that you have? Are you ready to stop saying one day and make it today? I heard a quote that was like, one day, day one. I love that. But I'm like, today. How about now? How about make that shit happen right now? That's the invitation. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I freaking love you. I will see you next week. Make it happen. Stop playing. Thank you so much for listening. I freaking love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for your ears and your energy and your attention. Thank you for letting me into your world. And thank you so much for listening and tuning in to this podcast. There are so many podcasts you can listen to, and I deeply, deeply, for real, appreciate you listening to mine. Do me one big favor, one big thing. Please share this episode or this podcast with a woman who you know needs to hear this. This is my mission on planet Earth, to serve as many women as possible so that we could show up, stand up, speak up, and create the confidence and the life that we desire. I appreciate you, my love. I will see you on the next episode.